Good morning, grade 1. This is your math lesson for today. Read tally charts. Let's start our lesson with the objective. You will be able to recognize tally marks and compare data shown in a tally chart. This is the mental math quiz. Hold your pencil, set your timer for 5 minutes, read the questions carefully, and submit your answers in the CISO template. Now let's try to remember together. What was the graph that we used pictures on it to record or to read the data? Well done, grade 1. It's the picture graph. Now let's move to the next one. What was the graph that we used bars? We used bars in it to record the data or to read it from. Perfect. Yes, it's the bar graph. Now look at the third graph. Yes, this graph is the tally chart which we will cover during this week. We use for this tally chart tally marks. Come with me, my lovely students. Let's watch this video that will show us how we can count objects using the tally marks.
Data handling. Counting of many objects can be difficult. In order to easily count many objects and keep a score, we use tally marks. Tally marks are strokes put in order to count the number of things in groups of 5. We draw one straight line for the first 4 objects. The 5th object is represented by a slant line across the previous 4 lines. For numbers from 1 to 10, the tally marks are represented as given here. Let us count the number of candles using tally marks. 1, 2, 3, and 4 straight lines and a slant line across, and then again a vertical line. Hence, we get the number of candles as 6.
During this week, grade 1s, and especially in our math lessons, we are going to use these math terms a lot. The first one is tally chart. Tally chart is a chart that uses tally marks to record data, while tally mark is a mark that shows one piece of data. How do we draw tally marks? Now each tally mark shows one number. We'll draw vertical lines beside each other to represent 2 numbers from 1 to 4. When we get to the 5th, we draw a line through the first 4 tally marks. So each tally mark will show one number, and the 5th number will be modeled with the 5th mark crossing over the others. Now let's practice reading the tally marks together. Count the tally marks in each card. Remember to count each line as one number. And when you see a group of 4 lines with a slant line crossing them, these show 5. Now here we are dealing with crayons. When you see 5 groups together, directly say 5. No need to start from 1 to 5. And I know that you are super smart. So when you see 2 groups of 5s, you will count like 5, 10, and so on. If 3 groups of 5s, you will say 5, 10, 15. If 4 group of 10s, you will say 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 25, and then 30, 35, and so on. Now let's start. The first one is very easy. Excellent, it shows 1. The second one, wonderful, it's 4. Now the number is 5. And this card shows a 1 group of 5 plus 1. Perfect, equals 6. Now let's move on this one. Yes, it's a group of 5 and 3 ones again. So they are 8. And now this shows perfect. It's 10 because we see 2 groups of 5. Now let's move to this one. It shows 13. Perfect. And the last one shows 4 groups of 5s. That means it is, yes, let's say them together. 5, 10, 15, 20. Well done, grade 1. How can we read the data from the tally charts? You remember when we said that the tally chart is a chart uses tally marks to record the data, right? And now we have in front of us a chart that has a title. The title is Our Favorite Game. And here we see 3 games. The first game is the card game. The second one is the puzzle. The third one is the board game. And we have the tally marks beside each one. So we will read this chart and find the total of each game. Then we answer the question. Are you ready for that? Let's start. The first one, the card game, shows 4 lines with a slant line crossing it. So what does it mean? The total of the children that chose the card game is 5. Well done. Then the puzzle. Yes, perfect. 3 children chose the puzzle. And for the board game, we can see 2 groups of 5. Well done. That means the total is 10. Now, we will use this tally chart to answer the question. The question says, which game did the fewest children choose? Circle. Which one we need to circle? We need to look at the total and we'll find the least number or the fewest number, which is 3. And the 3 represent the excellent, the puzzle. Yes, well done, grade 1. Are you ready for this exercise, grade 1? Okay, let's practice more on tally charts. Now, in front of you, you see a chart that has a title, tallies, and the total. Here we can see that students like different ice cream flavors. Some students like the vanilla, and they are 5. Very good. And some of them like the lemon ice cream, and they are 7. Wonderful. And with the chocolate ice cream, perfect, they are 8. And the strawberry, 4 students. Lovely. Now the question says, how many students like the vanilla ice cream? So the answer is 5. Well done. Next question. What was the ice cream that students chose the least? The least means the fewest number, the smallest number, which is very good, 4. And the flavor was strawberry ice cream. And now How many students like both lemon and strawberry ice cream? Now let's look at the chart. 7 students chose the lemon and 4 students chose the strawberry. Let's add them together. So 7 plus 4 equals 11. The last question. Do students like vanilla or chocolate ice cream more? Now look here. 5 students like vanilla and 8 students like chocolate. So, do they like vanilla or chocolate more? Perfect. Excellent. It's the chocolate ice cream. Now, as you see, we arrived to our book. We will work together. I'm sure that you prepare your book always with our math lesson. Now, I want you please to open page 600 and let's model together. Do more children like chicken or pizza better? Look at this chart. It has a title and the title is Food We Like. The food are chicken and pizza. Now, we can use a tally chart to collect information. By looking now at the tallies, we can count them and know each total for each food. So for the chicken, how many students like the chicken? Well done, they are 3. Move to the pizza. We have a group of 5 and a 3 beside them. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. Very good. So as we said, each one is a tally mark. It stands for 1 child, and the 5 stands for 5 children. So yeah, grade 1, now tell me, more children like chicken or pizza? Wonderful. The pizza, of course, because 8 is greater than 3. Now let's complete the tally chart. Let's move down. Now another chart that shows boys and girls in our class. So in that class we have, let's count together. 5 and 4 more equals 9. So 9 boys there were in the class. What about the girls? 5 and 1 more equals 6. Excellent. Now, use the tally chart to answer each question. Question number 1 says, now I want you to help me. Yes, how many girls are in the class? Very good. They are 6 girls. Number 2, how many boys are in the class? Very good. We said that they are 9. Now, number 3, how many children are in the class in all? So we'll add the number of the boys and the girls together. So 9 plus 6 equals, equal to what? Very good. Equals 15. So we have 15 children in the class. Now the last question. Are there more boys or girls in the class? Of course, 9 is greater than 6, so boys are more in the class. Well done, grade 1. Now we arrived to our challenge activity. You know, grade 1, today we don't have a homework, and this is an optional exercise. If you would like to do it and submit it on CISO slide. And this shows a chart. This chart has different kinds of sports. This says Bobby asked his friends about their favorite sport. Count the tally marks to complete his tally chart and answer the questions. So I need from you here to count the tallies for each sport and write the total in the chart. And then I want you to answer the questions. The first one says, how many kids like to play basketball? And the other question says, what sport did kids choose the least? And the least is the fewest or the smallest number. Good luck, grade 1. Success criteria. I hope you all now, grade 1, are able to recognize tally marks and compare data shown in a tally chart.